All right. Welcome. Faded Black breaking news for this Wednesday, November 8th, 2023. This is all of the news that you need. I'm Jimmy Church, getting ready for Stairway to the Stars. This is going to be my last broadcast for a few days. I head to Las Vegas shortly after the show tonight. Be arriving in Vegas probably just after midnight. But we're getting ready for that. You can still get tickets if you want to come out and hang out with us on the strip at the Luxor Hotel. The ticket information is below, disclosurefest.org. There is a promo code, which is Stairway F2B. You can use that for discounted tickets. And you can also get your Faded Black T-shirts. 2 ways to get them, 2 shirts. They are below as well. I'm all caught up on shipping. So there you go. Well, I think some more shirts came in today. I'll get those out before I leave. Okay, that's my promise to all of you. Okay, where am I? Let's get this started. On this day in history, 1971, HBO officially debuted on this day in 1971, and it aired the 1971 film Sometimes a Great Notion, which starred Paul Newman on this day in 1971. It was a big day, wasn't it? Here's your Fader fact. H.G. Wells not only anticipated the atomic bomb, but also coined the term in his 1914 novel, The World Set Free, 2.5 decades before the Manhattan Project began. And that is your Fader fact, and it's pretty incredible. All right, lots of breaking news. Let's get this started. Reuters did a press release on yesterday's Mexico UFO hearing. Exciting. So I decided to give it all to you right now and present it. Here it is in its totality. Mexico City, November 7th, Reuters. That's pretty big right there, right? Mexico's Congress heard from researchers on Tuesday who declared authentic a set of 3-fingered Peruvian mummies recently presented as potential evidence of non-human life forms, while declining to certify that the remains were extraterrestrial. Lawmakers first heard from Mexican journalist and UFO enthusiast Jaime Maussan on September 13th when he presented 2 specimens in a first-of-its-kind congressional event on UFOs, or FANIs in Spanish. Maussan said the bodies, believed to have been found near Peru's ancient Nazca lines, were not related to any life on Earth. At Tuesday's session, Maussan was more focused on proving the bodies, which were not on display this time, were not fake, ushering in a string of doctors who all said the bodies were those of real, once living organisms. Still, he left room for questions about their origin. Quote, "None of the scientists say in the study results prove that they are extraterrestrials, but I go further," he said, suggesting that they could be evidence of non-earthly life forms. Anthropologist Roger Zuniga of San Luis Gonzaga National University in Ica, Peru, said researchers had studied 5 similar specimens over 4 years. "They're real," quoted Zuniga, and he told Reuters on the sidelines of the session, quote, "There was absolutely no human intervention in the physical and biological formation of these beings," end quote, saying that he didn't know the origin of the beings. Zuniga presented a letter signed by 11 researchers from the university declaring the same. The letter made clear, however, that they were not implying the bodies were extraterrestrial. Massan's first presentation was criticized by many experts who dismissed it as a stunt long debunked by the scientific community, pointing to studies on similar remains that concluded the specimens were modified using animal and human bones. When asked about those studies, Zuniga said that the specimens were probably fake. The bodies that he and other university researchers looked at, however, were real. Congressman Sergio Gutierrez, from President Andre Manuel Lopez Obrador's ruling Morena party, called for a reform to Mexico's law to make all information about UFOs public. Tuesday's session, at times, dipped into more extreme explanation. Argentine surgeon Celestino Adolfo Piatto said he believed, after reviewing test results and images of the bodies, that they were all evolved versions of today's human beings, calling them, quote, our descendants, end quote. In a more colorful moment, Mexican rapper Claudio Yardo said he had personally seen UFOs before ending his speech with a rhyme, sparking applause from the crowd. There you have it, the Reuters press release complete. Absolutely incredible, and this is just starting. It was a big day yesterday. All right. Moving on. Norway inaugurated its northern Andøya spaceport today as commercial launch competition on continental Europe heats up. The Crown Prince of Norway inaugurated the spaceport at a ceremony November 2nd. The spaceport is located on Nordmella on the Norwegian island of Andøya inside the Arctic Circle and is in the final stages of full operating capability. Andøya Space says the spaceport will become the first operational orbital spaceport in Europe. The development comes as Europe faces a bottleneck in launch capabilities with delays to the Ariane 6 and grounding of the Vega C and a need for strategic autonomy. Elsewhere in Europe, Sweden inaugurated its spaceport Esrange earlier this year. Esrange already hosts suborbital launches and engine testing facilities for Isar Aerospace and Rocket Factory Augsburg. Saxford and Sutherland spaceports in Scotland, United Kingdom, are also looking to attract launch partners. Wow. North Greenland's ice shelves have lost more than a third of their volume since 1978 and could collapse with dramatic consequences, scientists are now warning. Out of the region's 8 enormous ice shelves, 3 have already experienced complete collapse, and the remaining 5 are in rapid retreat. Scientists announced everything in the new study published today in the journal Nature Communications. In the wake of an underwater eruption late last month, a new volcanic island has popped up along the coast of Japan, billowing smoke and slowly growing in size. The new island can be seen from the coast of Kyoto, which is formerly Iwo Jima, part of the Ogasawara Islands over 620 miles south of Tokyo in the Pacific Ocean. It was created by the eruption of an unnamed undersea volcano that began erupting back on October 21st. By October 30th, the magma had reached the sea surface and became piling up in the form of a new island. This explains why Japan has so many islands. Prior to 2023, the official count was 6,852. However, a recount earlier this year revealed, check this, 14,125 islands in total in Japan. And that's incredible. General Motors Cruise autonomous vehicle unit is recalling all 950 of its cars to update software after dragged a pedestrian to the side of a San Francisco street early in October. The company said in documents posted by the U.S. safety regulators yesterday that with the updated software, cruise vehicles will now remain stationary in similar cases. The October 2nd crash forced Cruise to suspend driverless operations nationwide after California regulators found that its cars posed a danger to public safety. The California Department of Motor Vehicles revoked the license for Cruise, which was transporting passengers without human drivers throughout San Francisco. In the crash, a hit-and-run driver hit a woman crossing the street against a red light, knocking her into the path of the Cruise vehicle. Cruise said the vehicle detected a collision and came to a stop, but then pulled to the right to get out of traffic, pulling the person about 20 feet forward. I'm going to leave that right there. And finally, I'll leave you with this. When a famous British tree was deliberately felled in September, pictures showed the trunk lying horizontal over part of Britain's Roman-built Hadrian's Wall. The tree, located in Northumberland National Park in northern England, was recognizable internationally thanks to its cameo in Kevin Costner's 1991 movie Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. A police investigation into the September incident, which is a suspected deliberate act of vandalism, happened, remains ongoing. The tree has since been cut up and removed. Yesterday, Historic England, a government body that oversees preservation of ancient landmarks, confirmed part of Hadrian's Wall, where the falling took place, has been damaged. Uncool. And there you go. There's all the Fade to Black breaking news that you need for this Wednesday, November 8th, 2023. Fade to Black breaking news is produced by Renee Newman. I'm Jimmy Church. Tonight on Fade to Black, we're going to do some more paranormal. We have Varla Ventura on with us. And then after that, I'm off to Vegas. So I'll see you tonight on Fade to Black. But until then, go Backley Tappy.